I just remembered something on our fridge, not this one, but our old fridge. My parents had these magnets. I think they were like printed out pictures that were made into magnets to look like some famous statues. Hello! That were made to look like some famous statue. We had these ever since we were born, and my parents maybe took them down when I started to babysit, so when I was like 13. But it was just a naked woman and a naked man, and you got to like put like clothes over them and stuff. So from the time that I was born to 13, I would walk past every single day seeing men and women's genitals. Genitals? Loins? Pooty pooty. I think I've been editing for 2 hours. This is gonna be a mainly information... Excuse me, sorry. This is gonna be an information-filled vlog. That's why it's gonna be long. That's gonna be my excuse why it's so long. One question I get asked is, what camera and equipment do we use to film our videos? Can you please focus on yourself? Thank you very much. I think we're gonna have to go into manual. We can no longer go into autopilot, Captain. Manual. What camera is this? I have the EOS Rebel T6i by Canon with an 18 to 135 millimeter lens, and it is silent autofocus. This is a great camera. I love it a lot. It's like telephoto lens. The detail to this thing is just spectacular. It has a flip screen so you can always see yourself. That's why I'm always trying to look into the lens and not into the viewfinder. It comes with Wi-Fi and an app, so say in my Instagram pictures I am holding my iPod, it's because I am taking a picture of myself with my iPod when I have no one to take my own picture for me. This tripod that I use, my grandma gave it to me. It's just a really sturdy tripod. The microphone that we use is just a Rode mic. The thing I like about it is that if it was hit, it has a shock absorbency? I don't know. It has these little things that if it was hit around while it was filming, ow, what the hell? The sound wouldn't be tampered with too much, like you wouldn't be able to hear. I think that'd be really embarrassing if while I was doing this, it's just. With Annalise's microphone, she has the Rode Mic Dead Cat. That's for when you're outside and you're filming in the wind and you want your audio with your shots. It muffles up the wind. I think it has something to do like Studio Y. The walls are all padded. It's because sound bouncing off the walls. And you know what? I'm not a scientist. I'm not even a camera expert. I don't even know what camera I have. I have to look at the frickin' thing. All I know is that it's a great camera to film with, to take pictures with. I mean, like, look at that aperture. It's like, yeah, you know? Mommy! Pizza! I've been doing these exercises where I've just been like doing this and go hoo-yah! But this hip is poppin'. Lock it, polka dotted, country flying, hip hop, hip jockin'. I actually never learned that song. I'm very envious of the people who do know it. What was I saying? Oh yeah, basically I'm an old woman. Everything cracks and like locks, like my hips and my knees always lock. Something that gets me so heated! Oh, pizza. This is gonna be called Heated Topics with Jill. One thing that just, I mean, it didn't even get me heated, but it got me really annoyed. Me and Dylan were taking pictures and I told him the first thing I'd buy with my first paycheck from the mill, and it would be the DJI Mavic Pro, and I'd call it Maverick because that's just one letter off and it's cooler. Top Gun. And he asked me how much it was, and I said I think it's like 1,000 to 1,500, something like that. And he's like, oh my god, that's so stupid. That's like 2 weeks worth of a paycheck. I was like, yeah. So, an hour earlier, we were at his house, and he was telling me while playing GTA, Grand Theft Auto, that he spent $700 to $1,000 in human money for GTA. I'm not gonna say do you. Do you, boo? Do you? It doesn't matter. Because that's stupid, man. He doesn't watch this, so I can, like, say whatever I want. Because he never watches this. He never watches anything. He doesn't even like my Instagram pictures, which is so rude. Oh, I would just like to address something. If you guys have seen You Gotta Hear This on the According to Us channel, main channel, I would just like to take notice of my facial expressions while singing and listening to the songs. It's ridiculous, the facial expressions that I show. You'll have to go watch it, but like they're so ugly and they're just so questionable. It's 2:11 right now. And I'm gonna edit this crap.
Yeah, bright lights but not dims.
Yeah. You are the best thing. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh yeah, I'm back from getting my car. Long story short, my right front tire, not the tire, the whole wheel was about to fall off. Anyways, I had a realization that something happened. I'm at the Fall Fairgrounds, by the way. Something happened the last night I was here that I knew in the back of my mind, but then it just kind of popped up to the surface and I was like, oh my god, what the hell? Little story short, I'm just gonna tell you it right now. Henlise and I, we took our friends who were visiting out of town for this little camp thing that they're doing. We took them for the last night here to this music festival that was happening here at the Fall Fairgrounds. I had my sights set on one guy, even though both of them are just like so evenly qualified to be anybody's perfect man. I mean, honestly, they're hilarious, they're both freaking adorable, they're smart, just... Anyways, we had a freaking blast here. I really need to stop swearing. I don't swear, I just really like bleeping out the f***s, you know? We had an awesome time here. It was just so much fun. We were just having an absolute blast. We danced the whole night. We listened to music. They drank. I DD'd. And then we went to this beach and I just, the guy that I had my sights on apparently had his sights on me as well, so that was pretty awesome. Like, I could sense flirtation because we playfully held hands while we were dancing and like we were bopping and, you know, rolling with everything here at the music festival. And then when we got to this house being built, and we just kind of trespassed on it anyways, they had promised that we'd watch a movie that night, but he kept yawning and it was like 3 in the morning and I was like, hey, stop yawning. He's like, this is little yawns, and he kept getting closer and I was like, yeah, but that's like the fifth little yawn in the last 6 seconds. And he got really close and he was like, oh, you've been counting? And I was like, uh-huh. And then kissed me there, and then I pulled away because I was like, I'm sorry. I don't even know if I said I'm sorry. I might have just said, I've never made out with anybody before. And I was like, he was super nice about everything. He was just like, no, you're doing fine. Even though I knew I was doing absolutely awful. Awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful falafel waffle. And then he just kind of hugged me, which was nice, because I love oxytocin. That's my new favorite drug. I'm addicted. He was like, let's go down to the beach. And so we went down to the beach. He flattered me with the most awesome compliment I've ever heard in my life. He said I was a once-in-a-lifetime sort of girl, which is... I mean, like, what would you do if you got complimented that? We kissed on the beach, made out on the beach, then we went back up to where Annalise and the other guy was, and he held my hand, and then we went back to Annalise's house. He split a butter tart with me, and oh my god, I love those butter tarts so much, and him splitting like one of my favorite foods, even though it was his. That was really nice. It was awesome. I made a crucial mistake where I said I hate cats and he's a cat person. But it was because I was letting in the cat and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, just letting this little bugger in." The cat walked past me. He picked it up. I said, "I hate cats." He's like, "Oh, I have a cat." I was like, yeah. Oh, I thought I saw a horse. There's no horses out here. And then I kind of stunned him with my memory and told him his cat's name because he told me the last time he was here. And he seemed impressed or flattered that I remembered his beloved pet's name. The cat ran away because the cat's a little turd. And then he just kind of like holds me. And he says he wishes he had another day or could stay longer. I said, "Don't worry, we'll go swimming tomorrow," which we never did because he went to go help somebody, one of Annalise's neighbors, with something. But then he just kissed me there and he held me so tight. Felt like I was gonna fall over, but I knew he had me. The only thing I wish I did was that when he was like that night they went out to their little camper thing. The only thing I wish I would have done before that was stopped him in Annalise's porch and then just kissed him one more time, cause it's just everything hurts a little bit more now knowing that he's off having fun with other females and I'm here with nobody. So I wrote this down in my notes. I have notes in my iPod, which if I think of something funny or clever or have something to say and then I would add on to it later, I put it in my notes. And I wrote this down because it was really true and it really hurt, and it was like everything breaks my heart a little easier these days. I used to be very resilient when it came to, I don't know, rejection and shutdown and stuff like that, but now it's just kind of like cutting into me a little easier, and it's taken its toll. I don't want to say this, but it's like taking its toll mentally for me, not having my friends here and also going into social anxiety and agoraphobia and stuff like that. And it's hard to do stuff like that on your own when you don't have your friends around. And your friends that you do have around, you're afraid to see them. I'm saying all this like I'm telling you your life story, but I'm actually saying all this stuff about me. Yeah, I have Carly and Dylan here. They're awesome friends. Me and Dylan talk about awesome stuff. He gives me so much great advice. I give him a little bit of advice. He tells me all of his experiences so I can like be ready for everything in the future. If you know what I'm talking about, but you don't know what I'm talking about. And Carly is an awesome friend. She's like my girl buddy that's left around here. She just... yeah, they're both awesome friends. And I talk to Annalise a lot, but I don't bring on the heavy stuff because that's not what our FaceTime calls are about. It's just like joking around and having fun and laughing together and stuff. But it's tiring, very tiring, even though I don't do anything every day, which makes me sad and mad at myself. And I do miss Annalise a lot. Because even though we do talk, it's not the same at all as having her here in person, because I have to hold off on talking about stuff, and I don't really get to share like the excitement with her when sort of things happen, or if we remember certain things from certain nights and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm glad that my mom's not mad at me anymore. We've actually been laughing. I haven't really laughed in a while, and I've been laughing recently, which has been nice. Yeah. So, I don't really know what this vlog turned into, just about like my whole I don't even want to say love life. My whole flirtatious exploring. My flirtatious exploration this past summer. Yeah, this past summer has been crazy for me. I mean, I had to break things off with one person, and I just kind of left them lying in the dirt by themselves with a shattered heart and no replies back to any texts or Snapchats, which I feel bad about. But honestly, if that person wasn't making me happy and I didn't feel comfortable with them, and it was only just mainly physically attraction, but not quite, then I should have, like, freed them from that stupid prison that I was keeping them in of, like, fake friendliness. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, I don't know what it's turned into my flirting exploration this past summer 2016. I mean, it was awesome, but like now things are coming down to like a steadier pace of realization and people getting on with their lives and doing other things and not having like their summertime fun, but like having life fun with other people that are not me. Then I don't know what the beginning of my sentence was. I don't know what I was getting into. Am I trying to explain this little bit of the vlog? Yeah. Anyways, this vlog has been mainly based around knowing these two guys that, like, even if they are together with some other girls, like, I'm still happy that I met them, and I do want to be friends with them because they were just awesome people to know. Like, they're just so different, and they're everything I aspire to be. That's not it. I see a lot of myself in them, and I see a lot of them in me, which is nice to see in people that were older and like opposite gender of us, which is weird. Just around the riverbed, waiting around the riverbed. I'm so off. I love Pocahontas. I don't know. I'm positive I'll get back on this topic of these guys because they were just awesome. I hate that word awesome. They're wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. When I went to go pick up my car, they have this really sweet boxer dog in there, and he was super sweet. His name was Copper. And you pet him and he leans right up against your legs, and like he's like totally on an angle when he's just standing there and he's just leaning against you as you pat his ears and rub his back. I don't know if other people do this, but I regularly come to places where I have had fun or good things happen to me, and I continuously do that. I come back to this fall fairgrounds a lot. I'm gonna go drive around, listen to music, because I haven't driven around for 2 weeks, and I need to do that because I want to be a NASCAR driver. Yeah, okay. Oh, yes! We got some swans out here! Yes! No, please don't! Beautiful. Can you pet other dogs? See? You guys want a cookie? You guys want a cookie? Oh, go back, sit down. Sit, Sadie. Is that good, puppies? I'm just finishing up my dinner right now. I don't know where the microphone is, but I already took this take 3 minutes ago. It's 7:14. I am just gonna finish editing this vlog and then upload it. Tonight I'm probably just gonna FaceTime Annalise, but those are really kind of boreal forest. No, they're boring for other people, but they're like, it's just us talking, like as if we were on the phone, like blah 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 blah, ha 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 ha, that sort of stuff, you know. And hope you can hear me. Sorry if it's really quiet. Just want to say hello to my captain. Hello, Captain. See you later.